Alright. Hoping that it works. Just hoping. But first, I gotta get things set up, so give me a moment for that. Hey, hoping everything is looking a-okay here. Hopefully my voice goes through. Can't tell because I don't have anybody help me out with that. I'm thinking we're gonna finish up the base areas for today, and depending on how things look later on, I could start up the. I could keep going with the new areas. I kind of did that in the last stream, but I didn't really commit to it as much as I wanted to. It was more like a last minute sort of thing. So if everything looks okay, let's just keep at it. Back into the. Oh, wrong controller. Back into the fold. Trying to think. What other ones haven't I done yet? Okay, let's finish up Noki Berry. Check again to see if everything works. Seems like it, so let's keep at it. Getting up there is going to be a bit of a pain, but we can make this a bit easier on ourselves. Ah, that's what I forgot. The most important thing out of all of this. Give me a second. Here we are. Now we may proceed. Ta-da! Alright, now we can go up there. See if we can make quick work of this. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that bad? Red coin fish could take a bit of time, depending on how cooperative the fish wants to be. I'm sure it won't take that long though. There we go. In a world where the frame rate dies. I'm sure we'll be able to catch up to it though. Eventually. Honestly, it's not that difficult to do this, but positioning is a bit of a sting. There are blue coins to be had here, but I'll grab them another time. Now we just wait till we reach the bottom. There we are. I think that's it for this place, so we're just gonna head over to a different location. Let me think for a moment. How do I get to Yogi Bay? What's the later one? We did Serena Beach. Pianta Village. That's where we should go next. Or actually, there is one other place to finish up on, which I have to be sure to do that soon. So let me think of the route to take. I think that's the only way out. No, wait, no. There is a path you could take. Let's head up there. Path is down there, so let's head over there. Yeah. Over here is Pianta Village. You can also go to Hotel La Crema. But we're gonna take care of Pianta Village. But first we're gonna put out this fire. There are only 3 left, and I have an idea of where they are. We're gonna take care of Pianta Village first. Chain Chompless unleashed. Yeah. Hold on a second, I just realized I have to do one other thing. Alright. Everything looks normal, so let's just keep at it. You end up here because of the shortcut, but we need to get back all the way to the other side, so let's just take this bite. Puts you over on this here tree. What's interesting is that there is one other route we could take, which is over here. Takes you to another 3 locations. We'll worry about that when we get to it. Give me if I don't speak. Um, I don't know. I don't really, can't really think of much to say when it's just me. It is what it is. I just kind of stopped trying to say things by myself. Let's keep at it. Actually, maybe this is the one I have to complete. I don't know if I wanna... I don't wanna show it off just yet. It's painful. Let me think for a second. Okay, I'll come back to this later. I gotta go complete, Rico Harbor. Don't think of it, as far as base stuff goes, I might actually be almost done with all that. So in reality, this would probably be a very, very short stream, but... I guess we'll see when we get to that point. Alright, let's head into Rico Harbor. For the final shrine of this one. Okay. Oh no. Hopefully my controller didn't disconnect. Alright, it didn't. So we still, although we get the Yoshi, we still have to get the fruit that we need from him. Which is the pink one, I believe. No, it's the orange one. Pretty sure it's the orange one, but we'll go ahead and check. Yeah, it's the orange one. This one could be annoying if you're not that good at maintaining your Yoaster. And my drift, it's gonna be the thing that kills me. Maybe I need the purple one? Huh. Alright then. It's kind of a shame because I did get a Durian to show up in the second pull, so let's just keep at it till we get it. There it is. Yeah, that's what we need. And we need to grab this here coconut. There we go. I don't think I can stall anymore, so I probably have to do it. Bit of a shame, because I wanted, like, people to see it, but it has to be done. So, yeah, we're gonna do it. Kind of forgot to upload the last stream, even though I did download it, so I'm gonna see if I could take care of that pretty soon. Gotta rescale Bianco Hills. I got your number, man. Let's do it. Yeah, I know. Go to the flag. I get it. I get it. I don't know if it's gonna take me back to the hub menu or... Well, yeah, it does. I'll let this play out. It's pretty nice. Yup. It actually happened. They made him playable. It's like the greatest thing of all time. But trust me, man, it gets even better as we get further into it. You'll see soon enough. For now, though, we gotta complete the rest of the base game levels. Huh. The nice thing about getting a new character is that you get to choose which person you want before you enter it. Normally in the hub world you'd be Mario, but as long as you choose a different person when you exit a level, you'll actually be that person, I believe. Oh. It's so awesome trying to use this guy, because like you can just do this. And just like that, we already completed it. Again, sorry for the broken volume, I don't know how to fix that. I mean, you are kind of heading the right way, but I guess we'll just go this route. Come on, you big old dog, let's get going. Gotta go yonder. Oops. Just take this little corner here. shoot. Let's send me back a peg. That's fine though. There we go. And we just put you in here. This is a fun one for some people. One of the infamous secrets of this game. The Chucksters. I don't think having his mobility is gonna make getting around this place any easier. We just need a fruit. The nice thing about being on Yoshi with him is that he's got increased jumping prowess, so we can actually get over here a lot more consistently than with Mario. We can just do this and this. We do need this guy though. I like that though. I am kind of glad that I can just aim my trajectory like that. We need to be like right here, I think. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I can just do this. Get over here. Up here. That is too far. Even my own abilities can't get me that far. So we gotta wait for this guy to go over there. If he feels like it, I guess. Okay, that was too far. Grab a life, just so we don't get stuck in a point where we just die a whole bunch. Nah, that's too soon. There we go. Alright, gotta get up for this one because I gotta get that red coin. Red coin challenge done, so let's do it. I'll see if I could do it with him, but if not, then I'll go back to normal Mario. Sounds good? Sounds good, okay. It's all good. Move this out of the way. Gonna make this quick work here. Alright, let's see if I could do it with him. Gotta be a bit careful because he's kind of slippery. Now wait for this guy again. Stupid drift. No! Try it again. Oh. Nah, I was gonna make it anyways. Hey, gotta jump over there. Oh, shoot. I might clutch it, we'll see. Oh! Almost died there. Yeah, we did it. Pianta's in need. Mario was probably better for this, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, I get it. Let's just get the move on. We got plenty of time, so it's not like I'm that concerned about anything. Let's just keep at it. Where's the last guy? There he is. Mario's better for this one. He's got the spray. I could probably hit him with the jars, but music died. I think this is just more consistent. This one, I think he should be able to do just fine. Maybe. Let's go! No waiting around here. The lag is real. Oh, the lag. We know there's red coins over there. The grass. Remember that much. Pretty sure there's like red coins in the boxes. I think. Could be wrong about this. Yeah. Trying to think, where else could they be? Let's check the sauna. Probably not here, but it's where. Oh, yeah, they're going in the beehive. Okay. Might be one on this tree. Probably not. It's worth checking though. That tree perhaps? Maybe. No. Could be a couple on the way up to the trees. Or I could be wrong. Wonder where those last two are. There is one on the tree. It's just not the tree I was looking at. Which means the last one is gonna be probably somewhere around there. Perhaps. Perhaps not. If I were a red coin, where would I be hanging about? I'd be somewhere, that's for sure. Pretty sure it's not on the clouds. Feel like that I did that once before in my lifetime. Oh man. I skipped taking a nap in favor of getting this whole stream set up, so if no one shows up by the time I'm done with the base areas, which should be pretty soon, I think this is it. I may just call it quits, because initially, like, I wanted to do the base areas, but I didn't want to, like, go through a stream where I do all of the new areas and have no one there to actually see a lot of what goes down with it, because it's worth seeing. Yeah. Still contemplating where that last red coin could be. I know it's not in the under because I do that too many times as a kid. For all intents and purposes, the last coin could be on those clouds. Easy there. Alright, I guess we'll see if it's over there. I guess not. Easy there. So then it has to be somewhere in dry land. Mainland. One in the grass, some in the trees. Up there. None below, that's for sure. Beehive had one. Okay, we went back at the beginning. Nah, probably not. Generally speaking, it's gonna be somewhere obvious. Huh. That's cool. It's a part of the game where I go insane trying to look for a blue coin. Or red coin. Okay. Ugh. That scared me. Give me a moment. I hate it when a boss shows up. Okay. Let me lie down because this is killing me. I need to relax for a bit. Thinking about it now, maybe I should have just been playing like Left 4 Dead or something because I don't know. I was kind of hoping someone would show up for this. But no, no one showed up. I know we're like an hour in, but I gotta check. Just gotta make sure that like my voice is recording through just fine. Nothing matters because like no one's here, so we might contemplate things like that. Let's see. Just gotta make sure that like yeah, it works. It works. Um, okay. Let's just find that blue that I'm gonna keep messing up that, aren't I? Red coin. Let's just find the red coin. Because don't want to be here too long, that's for sure. Though I did say with confidence that it's not in the under, I'm pretty sure if one were to appear there, I would probably be a bit upset. But I want to believe on good conscience that there is none in the under. But I suppose since I'm wasting time already, let's just check. I was correct to assume there is one here. Okay. How do I get up there? Like right here, perhaps. Huh. Alright then. Yeah, I guess we're out of here. Now we gotta get all the way over there. But how? 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 With this. Away we go. Get off of there. Hmm. What do I do now? Because, like, I believe I finished every official area in the game. I guess for the sake of it, I could just start doing the normal or like the added areas. That's gonna be awesome. Uh, I'd rather not want the stream to end early, that's for sure. So I guess we're gonna do that. Let me just check some things really quick. All right. I think that's what we'll do. So we're just gonna do the new areas. So unlike the normal areas we'd usually head to, we need to get out of here. 'Cause the path to take to go to the new areas, it's different than how you do the normal ones. So we gotta look for the locations in which we can head there. And I have an idea where they all are, so shouldn't be that hard. We'll start with the very first one we can do, Airtor Rock. Trading Tribulations. I'll try reading some of the dialogue that shows up, but I'm not gonna wander around and check every scene for the sake of me not caring. Hello there! I have an important favor to ask of you. My son and I want to listen to awesome music. However, I couldn't find good speakers in the marketplace. If I give you 5 coins, could you figure out how to get speakers? You can, sweet. There's a lady who sells items for cheap. That's the one. She should have something to barter for. She should have something to barter with for 5 coins. I hope you have good luck with your journey. I vibe with the music in this place, it's awesome. Got 5 coins, I have this amazing blender, perfect for tropical smoothies. Did you want to barter with someone else? Well, there is a guy on a cliff who loves smoothies. Him, right there. Should be happy to trade the blender for something else. Good luck on your journey. Love how, like, some of the hitbox for this thing is kind of weird. Also, it just kind of does a heavy slam when you put it down for some reason. Can't throw it. Summon, man. Thanks for the blender. You can have this box full of stuff I'm sure anyone would want. In fact, there's a guy nearby who loves this. Him. Right there, that guy. Should be happy to trade the box for something else. Good luck. This is the box that has like really weird hit. Not hit detection, it has a really weird hitbox. when I tried messing with it at one point. It just kind of freaked out for a second. Where is the guy? Probably upstairs. Wait, no. I just remember something. There is one place I didn't do. Gotta go back and do that. Really quick. Yeah, Peanut Park is one I didn't finish up on. Because I didn't have Yoshi! Now I do, so let's do this. I believe Yoshi should be free to grab, so we don't have to do anything specific here. We do need a orange one, though. This will work. One of these has the one up. Don't kill me now, Drift. Look at how slippery this guy is. Careful here. Oh, I'm dead. Good thing I grabbed that health. Or that life. Oh, that's it. I also remember that I have the shell secret coins that I have to collect, so I gotta go back for that too. Oh no. Okay, I made it that time. Sure, I could just, no, I can't. Too high up. And I killed myself, okay. Maybe I should just be patient. Nah. Just gotta be nice and careful here. Not careful enough. It's gonna kill me! It'll be fine though. I'm sure of it. That was a drift that time, that wasn't me. Oh, wait, this time. Aye. Nah. If I'm gonna do that, I have to long jump further into the... further down the block before I do that. Okay. There, see, it should have been that easy. And to be completely frank, it is easy. It's just me being stupid. And you know I came in here, but I gotta do the... I actually gotta go back and try to do the red coin challenge. Could be slightly scary with this guy, but we'll just see how it goes. No, 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 don't fall off. Okay. This is the only other red coin in this spot. Don't fall off. No, stop, stop. Oh, the drift is scary, man. Can't handle it. Oh! I think the rest should be here. Somewhere in here. Yeah, kind of. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't as bad as the initial getting the shine, so let's just grab it. Now we can chase Shadow Mario. Roller coaster balloons. We can only do this as Mario because he has Flood. We gotta kill all the Bowser Juniors. Let's do this. Let's try it. Where do I want to aim with these? Probably these three. Maybe that's surprised if there is one where you could just get them easily in one try, but nah. I'm not that good. One. Three right there. I hit the spot. That was so close. Wish I had gone the last one. Nice. Gotta go back to Noki base. We can do the coin challenge. It shouldn't be that bad, perhaps. PK was What's up? Oh yeah, I'm hoping my game didn't just crash right there. Okay, good, it didn't. Okay, step aside. What's up? Okay. Sorry for not doing a stream on Wednesday, so I'm making up today with this. We're gonna complete all the base areas and probably the new areas for the base game at least, and then we will see if we can tackle Bowser all in one sitting. If not, then it's fine. Not much, just had a different schedule today because it's pre-Labor Day weekend. No worries, I get it. Oh, okay then. How's that going for you, by the way? Is it going simple enough, or is it hard on you? Work. Oh, you're off? Oh, that's cool. Okay. Got a short day. Yeah, that's nice when it happens. It's nice when it happens, but for me, I wouldn't really complain about having more hours. I know some people would prefer having like shorter days from work, but I'm the kind of person where having more hours means I just have more time to do something. I'm on salary, so hours don't really matter in this job. Ah, okay. So, to give an explanation of what's happening right now, basically, no, it's pretty much finished with anything urgent. That's cool. So, a nice addition to Mario Eclipse is that. Ah! Oh, wait, no, I can live. I can live! Alright. So, a nice addition to Mario Eclipse is that when you complete every single Piattissimo race, which is like, you would think it's the initial 3 ones from, Gelato Beach, Noki Bay, and Pianta Village, but the 4th one is in the new area, Lighthouse Island. Once you complete all 4, you'll get a custom cinematic for once you get the shine from the last race, where Piattissimo basically wants Mario to teach him how he's able to move around as much as he could against him in the race and such, so in a weird sense, he kind of helps Mario out collect the shines, because he believes that collecting the shines is what makes him go faster. So, his control scheme is kind of similar to normal Mario without FLUDD, but to make up for the lack of FLUDD, he has more mobility options and can throw water jugs at things if he really needs to do that. But the biggest selling point for him is that he has high mobility versus Mario, who's pretty limited with FLUDD. But Mario having the advantage of FLUDD means that he can do some levels that this guy can't, so there is a bit of a balance to who you decide to use versus who you don't decide to use. And some levels only use Mario simply because the circumstances surrounding that level requires it. Throwing water jugs sounds like an Elden Ring character throwing pots. Oh man. So it's kind of interesting that you showed up at the perfect time, because I actually finished up every shine in the base levels. So I'm about to head out to the new areas, so that's gonna be awesome. You get to see what new contents they've included around this place. So let's go ahead and leave the area, because to get to the new areas, you need to take the shortcuts. You cannot take easy entrances like the ones in Delfino Plaza. So let's go ahead and find one. Let me think. There are 5, I think, new areas they've added into the base game. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. That's just more or less to emphasize how many shines it's gonna take to even get to, like, a brighter perspective. I think, I was gonna say, I think, there's a spot where, like, light starts to shine more, but we haven't seen it yet. At least not right now, so we're gonna head over to the first area that I did on my initial playthrough of this, Airtor Rock, which is this one. You head down this little alcove that's over by the Gelato Beach Lighthouse, and you'll be heading there directly. The way that the custom levels work in the base game is that there are 8 shrines in total, just like in the initial levels. One shrine will always be devoted to red coin collecting, and another one will always be devoted to the secret area. So there's 1 secret, 1 red coin, and the rest are episode exclusive missions you can do based on whatever area you're in. So that's essentially the formula that they went with, which is more or less the formula that base game Mario Sunshine already goes with. So it's a pretty cool consistency. So right now we're going to take care of the first challenge, Trading Tribulations. So Yeah, you can. Every time you pick a shine, you can pretty much choose your person. So you just kind of go with whoever you think is gonna be better in this instance, or who you fancy. Some areas you get stuck using Mario, but other times you can choose. Hello there! I have an important favor to ask of you. My son and I wants to listen to awesome music. However, I couldn't find good speakers in the marketplace. If I gave you 5 coins, could you figure out how to get speakers? You can? Sweet. There's a lady who sells items for cheap. That'll be her. She should have something to barter with for 5 coins. I hope you have good luck with your journey. Thanks. So essentially, I believe a lot of these areas that are added to the base game, at least, these are I think they're like beta assets of areas that could have been part of Mario Sunshine had they found ways to implement them and had more time to do so. Airtor Rock being one of them. I would like to say that the music that plays for all of them have been composed by fans and developers of this mod, so enjoy them while you hear them because they're pretty nice. More or less fits with the aesthetic that Mario Sunshine goes with for their levels. I'm not gonna talk to every individual person. I think that'll be something you and others should experience because it's pretty nice, all the details they have. I remember one post-game area was the area from the first trailer when Sunshine was first revealed in like 2001. I have more info on that later on, but I think it's better for you to see what I'm talking about rather than me highlighting it. But let's just say that if you're someone who understands Mario Sunshine's development history with like the trailers, the beta stuff, everything, you're gonna love this mod because everything more or less gets brought up in one way or another. And you'll see soon enough once we get further into the streams. So let's go ahead and talk to this lady here. So you have 5 coins, and let me see her. I have this amazing blender, perfect for tropical smoothies. You said you want to barter with this, barter with someone else? Well, there is a guy on a cliff who loves smoothies. Him, on the second layer. You should be happy to trade the blender for something else. Good luck on your journey. Yes, the blender is a new model. Or rather, it could be an existing model, I don't know. Let's pick it up. I will say, like, picking up items like this with this mission is kind of goofy looking. And putting it down does a weird slam for some reason. Legit, I have no idea why. Maybe the items are just extremely heavy. You can't throw them, by the way. So, you actually have to commit to carrying it. I like to say the base levels, the base new levels, you can do every shine out of sequence. I don't think there's like a situation where you'd have to go to a new one. And I'm saying this with quotations because I could very well be wrong about this. But anyways, here's the guy. Thanks for the blender. Here, you can have this box. It's full of stuff I'm sure anyone would want. In fact, there's a guy nearby who loves this. You will be on the 3rd layer. Should be happy to trade the box for something else. Good luck. And I'm about to showcase why I said it's kind of weird the way in which you carry these things, because you would think these items would fall out if I move it in any other way. No, they're kind of just stuck in the box. I legit have no idea why. But I commend Piantissimo and Mario for carrying what I'm going to assume is 150 pounds of weight with this thing. Now where is he? He's right here. Awesome, now I can make a super safe exercise machine. Don't question my skills. I know I can make it safe. Anyways, here's the giant speaker for your barter. I have no need for it, but I bet someone does. Alright, let's take this back to the bottom, and that should be it. Honestly, this mission's a pretty nice one, because it gives you, it gives you an excuse to look at everything before, as you make your way up to like giving each item to each person, because the central theming for this one is that there's a lot of height to cover, so you're gonna have a field day looking for things like red coins and such in a place like this. Here you go. Wow, what a huge speaker. It even has subwoofers installed. What? Oh no, PK, you're a better tech guy than I am. Maybe you can explain to me what subwoofers are. I'm in debt to you. Here's a shine sprite for your troubles. Yeah, your guess is as good as mine, I suppose. Weird blender tech. Naruto Rock, second one. The Secret of the Shed. Normally, you could go with Mario if you want to do, like, vanilla interpretations of these areas, but Piantissimo has good mobility, so he's kind of perfect for secret levels. Granted, if you're a bit too crazy with your mobility, then you'll probably just fall off and die, so I wouldn't be that surprised if it happens to you if you're being a bit reckless with how he moves. So let's see if we could head on up there. The shed is on the third layer of this area, so let's make our way up. This should be straightforward, question mark. Let's see. I know that every secret in the new areas, they always have a traditional layout of having two 1-ups in select locations, so you never really run out of lives if you know where to collect them. Pretty sure I could just, no, I'll just, no. I'll just fall off and die. Alright, I'll commit to the wall jumping. There we go. And now, we're gonna go back, because I need the red coin challenged. Actually, come to think of it, how long have I been going? When you reach the 2 hours 30 minute mark, I'll go on intermission. And then we'll continue back with this. I like to say the red coin challenges for the new secrets are more or less generous with their locations and the time it takes for you to get them. Oh, overshot. Don't want my drip to kill me here, so let's just take it a bit easier. Alright. And now back to our daily scheduled program. Red coins in the downtown area. I'm not gonna lie, I unlocked this guy pretty late into my first run of this game, so what ended up happening was that I had very little base game left to even use him. Because I saved, like, Lighthouse Island for very late into when I decided to start doing the new areas, so I never actually got him unlocked until the time in which I got very few levels left to work with. So thankfully I have him unlocked a bit earlier than that, so I can showcase him a lot more now than I could before. Now we gotta look for red coins, so that's gonna be fun. One little detail about the new areas is that if you try to do these early, you're not going to have the turbo and rocket nozzles unlocked from the start. So the way that these areas work is that they kind of take away from the hub world's ideas of having the nozzles. So if you wanted the turbo and rocket nozzles for the specific shines in these new areas, you'd have to get 35 shines to get both of them unlocked in the hub world before you can start doing them here. It's a weird quirk, but it's not that terrible in retrospect. Alright. There's another shine that's on the top of the area, so let's go for that one. I will admit it is pretty high up though, so I might need... Unless I can do some fancy shenanigans, I might need Mario for this one. Yeah, I'm probably gonna need Mario. Let me think. Is there like other shines I could get here? There might be. Let me check one thing here. This thing right here. There we go. What else? What else do we have? I don't think there's much else in terms of freeform shrines outside of the one that needs Mario, so I'm probably gonna have to reset the area. Now, if I was a rocket nozzle, where would I be hidden? Probably in plain sight, if I'm being honest. Wait, no, I think it was on the other side here. Alright, I guess it'll be on the bottom right there. That works too. So normally I would have something to talk about from things like Twitter, but I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really used Twitter as much as I did a couple of weeks ago because I've just been distracted with other things. And by other things, I mean I've been going through Left 4 Dead brain rot, so I just simply never got around to checking Twitter. And I guess the times in which I did check them, there wasn't really much for me to find in the first place, so I didn't have much to talk about outside of, I guess, a couple of posts here and there. Yeah, I know that Silk Song is coming out next month, and apparently other indie devs are trying to push back the games that they came out at least until a week after its release because they don't want to. I guess they're afraid to lose sales because people are gonna buy Silk Song over their games. Which, to be fair, a week from today. Oh, that's pretty cool. Which, to be fair, I don't blame them because I'd probably do the same. It reminds me of like how people avoided releasing games around things like Smash Brothers because they were afraid that more people were gonna buy Smash in their own game. And to be honest, it's like that with a lot of stuff like movies too. Alright, let's go ahead and reset. Every indie dev quaking in their boots they plan to release around Silk Song. I mean, I'll give them one thing, they'd have balls of titanium if they decide to go up against Silk Song's release. The interruption. What's up? What? What do I do? Oh, you look capable. I was passing by when I saw a horrible tragedy. The townsfolk were covered in lava from Corona Mountain. It was a spectacle, truly shocking. I tried to clean it up, but quickly realized it was too much for me to handle. I see you have that water pump looking thing that I totally have behind me right now. Yeah. Can you use it to save the townsfolk before it's too late? I mean, like, I'll think of something, I guess. When in doubt, just throw water jugs. If you want an idea of where some of them could be sunk, usually they're going to be around the lava areas, or the place is covered, essentially. Usually. Need to be further back. There we go. At least they give you a generous 6 minutes to do this, so that's pretty nice of them. This is kind of like the small things I was talking about when I said that they built this game around being an expansion of the original, not so much that it's intended to make like they didn't go out of their way to make it a challenging experience like how a lot of other modders would do their games. So like if they really wanted to, they could have made it like complete this challenge in 2 minutes or something. But no, I think like the 6 minutes is extremely generous for what you're trying to do here, so it's pretty nice of them to consider that. I'd like to say there may be a couple of areas where I think it could have been better, but I have to see those areas first, because I think a lot of the shine missions just kind of work for what they are. And I do appreciate the Eclipse devs for coming up with more interesting missions rather than trying to copy-paste things from other areas. Somewhere around this area is another guy. There he is. Then I think down here somewhere? No. Probably up here. And this guy should do it. Let's try to get a bit more of a better range. There we go. You did it? Thank the sprites, I thought they were goners. Take this reward as a token of my appreciation. Yeah. I forget that they remove fall damage in this mod. Fall damage is there for Mario, but if you're playing as Piantissimo, and I believe you do a double jump in midair, he will land perfectly fine regardless of height. But if you're Mario, then you will take fall damage. So that is something to keep in mind. I think for the Shadow Mario areas, Mario kind of just works better here because he has Flood to actually keep up with Shadow Mario versus using Piantissimo's water jugs, which are kind of inconsistent with where you aim them. Like right there. There's like a whole area he's supposed to go through, but nah, we're done. playing tag at the peaks. So, if you stop Bowser Jr. in all of the base game levels, you will not be able to trigger the final boss area. You actually have to do the new areas and fight Shadow Mario there to unlock the final area. So, to give you enough of a reason to actually go out of your way to do the new areas. Hey, mister, I'm not having fun playing tag right now. You see, they made me be it, but I'm just a kid. They don't even go easy on me. Tag! You're it! I'm done playing, but try to tag the others. Okay. Yep. Why did you tag me? Oh, you were it? Yeah. The post-game areas are kind of different because they have their own little sub-hub world, but you'll see soon enough when we get to that point. Okay, let's mosey on ahead here. Got me! I do also appreciate that, like, a lot of the NPCs in the new areas, modders kind of have a habit of making them say cringy things sometimes, but at least Mario Eclipse is a lot more on par with how Sunshine's writing is, so you don't really see things like that there. Gotta remember that guy's up there for some reason, so let's keep at it. I like how this ladder here is a very, like, this is an extremely beta-looking ladder. Like, it's literally just a 2D JPEG plastered onto the wall here. I'm gonna go get this guy in the far corner of the world. There's a couple of guys hiding in the buildings back here. One there, and one on the other side. For the longest time, I've been running around this one area the first time I played it because I straight up could not find the last guy, but he was actually right here the entire time I was looking. And it took me a good hour and a half to find him, too. So that kind of sucked. The last two are going to be on the third layer. I love collectathons where you can't find the last damn collectible. True enough, man. I said they'd be on the third layer, but I might be mistaken. I think, there is, like, a guy I missed somewhere on the bottom area. Yeah. The last one is by the train tracks, I believe. So let's go check. If not by the train tracks, then somewhere else. Yeah. And that's technically it for Air to Rock. The only two shrines that are left once we grab this one is the 100 coin shrine and the last secret shrine, which is somewhere in this area. I know that much. I think it's like a... I'm trying to think. I don't actually remember where it is. I'll come back to it later, I suppose, once I'm doing, like, my... I'll come back to it once I do my cleanup stream of collecting all the blue coins everywhere, because that's gonna be fun. So let's go ahead, and we're gonna head over to the next area. Now, a nice little shortcut from this spot is somewhere in the upper layers. Right there, that area. Down here we have the Aerial Trail. So let's head over there. A nice little deserty path. Got flowers and cacti everywhere. What happens if you water all of them? Let's find out. Now let's see here. There's 2 areas left. I know where one of them is. The other one, not so much. I have to go for that one. Let's head to Warship Island. See what that has going for us. The Minefield Mayhem. We have to be Mario for this one for a very particular reason. Because we have mines everywhere. And we need Flood to do something about it. Hey you, 10 Hut Sailor, or however it goes. We got ourselves a problem, you see. During testing of our new submarine, we hit the wrong button. And now the entire lagoon is crawling with deadly mines. Use the rockets we very strategically put on the vintage ships. No, it's not violating history. Get back in line, sailor. You don't want to? Too bad, sailor, you've been officially drafted. Unbelievable, we got drafted just like that. Dismantling mines is just something or other. I didn't read the rest. The sailors have an interesting take on what makes a warship. You don't say, Flood, you don't say. For the rockets, they're gonna be up here, I believe. I don't remember how many of these mines are here, so we're just gonna have to look for and shoot all of them when we can. There's a weird quirk with picking up the rockets when you're not in the roller coaster, where sometimes when you run into them, it just kind of blows up. I have no reason why that happens, but usually running into it a second time helps. And I guess it goes without saying, this will not be the last time you'll be doing rocket shooting, so look forward to that time when it comes. Aren't those the same rockets you use on Makeup Bowser? Yeah, it is, actually. It is the same rockets. It even works mechanically the same way. You just aim with it and fire. Here's a funny little detail about the rockets, though. If you have, like, any other nozzle, like hover nozzle, when you pick one up, let's see if we can find one here. Here's one. It just kind of looks like this. So what happens if you hover? Well, yeah. I don't know where you would think it would go, but that's where it goes. Alright, let's grab this and shoot the rest of them. Can I make this long shot? They may not have the cleanest hit detection since you were on a roller coaster in the initial fight and didn't need to be super precise with the hitbox. Yeah, that's true, actually. That could actually be the case. Where's the last one? I think that's it. It also helps that, like, the rockets are on the ground here, when the ones that are in the roller coaster are just kind of hanging in the air, so... You are fixed on a very specific spot, so Mario is... No matter the circumstance, Mario will run into it normally, so... That makes about as much sense as I could think of. I would say to avoid the water as much because there's a lot of it here. And it takes a while to get around if you don't have rocket or turbo flood, so that's gonna be fun. Let me see here. Let me grab a drink really quick and then I'll do this one. Cannonball delivery. Alright. Hey, you! I have another important job for you. Huh? Of course your draft hasn't expired yet. Are you nuts? Anyways, when trying to discharge the mine safely, we shot a bunch of our cannonballs into the sea. We even hit our own base with the suckers. Incredible. The job is simple. Retrieve the cannonballs to this crate. We counted 5 cannonballs in total. What a waste. At ease and good luck, sailor. Hoo-yah! So let's go ahead and grab this one right here. It's better to pick Piattissimo for this one because he runs faster, so you can just carry these things all the way over there without needing to use Mario, because using Mario for this will take a while because of how slow he walks while carrying things. I think I need to like stand in a specific spot to drop it. There we go. So the guy said he launched them into the sea, which means, yeah, they are going to be underwater. Another advantage this guy has because he can just cut a lot of the time of swimming by just jumping around all over the place. Good thing this isn't Rusty Bucket Bay from Banjo-Kazooie where you lose health in the water. Oh, man. Okay, where are the other two? One's right there, so let's grab that. If I could, like, stand on the rock the box, right? I say it's a box, but technically it's a crate because of the way they're made. There's a distinction, I know. I think there's, like, one up here somewhere. Yeah. He said that one of the cannonballs, hit the ship. And to be honest, I don't think there's a detail on there that shows it, so that's kind of sad. But this is the last one, so let's bring it on over. Thanks for doing my job. I mean, your job, sailor. Take this medal of honor for your service. Atop the warship. Well, that's an easy one to grab. So let's go ahead and take care of it. The shine is up there, so... Normally, you would have to do, like, some fancy shenanigans with Mario where you have to, like, ride on the ropes. Possibly use Rocket Flood if you want to make things easier. You don't need it for this part. But having it would be... not too bad of an idea. But all you really need to do is just jump on these ropes. Yeah, I need to get back on that rope there. There we go. That gust of wind was having a field day there. I'm not sure what he was doing. Now let me think. What other shines can we get? We could do the red coin one, so let's go take care of that. We're gonna head over there first. Being a gust of wind. Well, I mean, you're not wrong, so... I can't argue against that logic. I would argue having Mario for this one is slightly better because Flood just has the safety net of making sure you don't fall off stupidly like that. But I guess if you're a hyper-skilled platformer, you can vault jump your way all the way up there with Piatism, which is fine. Still gotta get a bit higher up, so let's do that. I'll pretend I didn't see that. Okay. Three on this platform. There's, I'm gonna say 3 more on this one. And then 2 on the last one, but we'll see. And I messed up there by undershooting, so let's go back. I guess I could talk a bit about that two-player co-op thing I sent you, the mod for Spooky's Jumpscare Mansion. So, as far as I understand, the way it works is that, it's not a real two-player mod in a technical sense. You need both you and someone else to have owned the game. And I believe, like, the ID of the game, of, like, I don't know if it's, like, the Steam ID or something else that you need for it to register that the people playing are you and the other person. And then you'll effectively, you will link up your game so that way when you play either the campaign, Endless, I like to say the DLCs, but I don't know if the DLCs are compatible. I know the main campaign and Endless are, so that much is certain. You play those, and there's not that many things you could do, but basically, you and the other player kind of just work together to go up the 1,000 floors of the mansion. And at the very least, see who can get up there before one of you dies to a specimen. There's a way to get up here, I know that much. I just gotta look for it. In here. A later update he made for the mod allows you to actually have one person play the normal campaign or Endless, and the other person gets to play a specimen. And I believe what the specimens he made it compatible are the following. It's Slime Guy, Ben, I think the Parasite is one of them. And the last one is Dear God? I think it's Dear God. It could be someone else, but I know, like, the Slime Guy, Ben, and the Parasite are playable for a player. And your job is to effectively try to chase down the other player and kill them. It's the OG game, yeah. The original Spooky's Jumpscare Mansion uses an engine that is a lot easier to modify, funny enough, than HD Renovation, simply because the OG game uses 2D sprite animations to make the characters move. And that's a lot easier to work with than HD Renovation where everything's 3D. So you actually have to physically make 3D models just to work the way that you want them to in those games. I'm trying to remember where the shine is. Oh, it's over there. And that is part of the reason why I sent you the link, because I want to see if we can make that work. I don't know if you'd have time tonight to check it out, or if you're going to be busy, then we can just try another time. I don't think it's going to be, like, that stupidly complicated to make it work, so it should be simple enough as long as the instructions are clear as day. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Like, I took a look at the workshop, or like the Game Banana, I might do something with Mia tonight, so maybe some other time, maybe this weekend. I have work this weekend, but I'll see if I could, like, if you are able to, we could do something on Saturday, depending on what it looks like for me. But if not, then we will find another time. It's fine. So we gotta get into the bottom floor. Otherwise, next week shouldn't be too crazy for me. the next week can work out well then, if nothing else can. I guess, trying to think of, like, other shines I could get right now, but I don't think there's much. Let's check out this submersible then. This plate sucks, kind of, if you're Piantissimo, because at least as far as the red coin challenge goes, because you have to be a bit more precise with your movement versus Mario. Mario can get away because you'll have Flood, and that'll just help you kind of position yourself better. But I think as of right now, it's not that bad. I say that as I die. I don't know, I could make it work. I only did this one with Mario on my first run, so let's just see how it goes with him. I thought I landed on that, but I guess I didn't. Okay. Just try to be a bit more cautious about this. There we go. There we go. I think the spiked could be an insta kill trap if I'm thinking of like Bowser's. Yeah, they are. If I'm thinking about like Bowser's area. I need the jump thingy, so let's go and grab it. Try not to miss. I guess I don't really need it. Okay, let's jump on that block right there. Don't overshoot. Okay, that time was my drift that killed me. That time it was a drift. I know I could, like, get a new PlayStation controller, because that's what I'm using to make this work, but... maybe at another time when I have more money. This reminds me of the platforming in the SpongeBob movie game with the rotating blocks, or Battle for Bikini Bottom. Yeah, I remember that. Those were also fun times for me, because... my ability to jump around is not as great as others, so a lot of this happened there too. Right? Just take this a bit more easier. There we go. And now, we do it again. Because I need to do the red coin challenge. But I'm going to go in as Mario because having Flood as a safety net is a bit easier on my mind. I do have to wait for this turnaround though, which is kind of annoying. Oh, ah, dang it. And the music died too, that's funny. Sometimes that scares me because I feel like it would crash, but thankfully it didn't. I'm thinking after this red, I jumped too early. I'm thinking after this red coin, I'll go on the intermission. So apparently, that Kirby expansion for the Forgotten City, it came out today. I think it did. So I do want to try that out on my own time. It doesn't cost me much, probably like $5 or something like that. I don't know how much the expansion is, so pretty cheap. I could get it down. I'll check out what the new arena is like, because I hear it's supposed to be harder. It's gonna be good old times. I'll be a bit rusty though, because it's been a while since I played Kirby in the Forgotten Land, but it'll still be awesome nonetheless. I'm looking forward to it. And for the most part, I have avoided seeing spoilers for the final new boss of the expansion, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be something that's going to break Kirby lore again. It always does. Oh, there's a red coin above me. Okay, I see your game. Now we just gotta head our way back. Wonder if DSP will rage quit this final boss if he plays the expansion. That's assuming that people make him play the expansion, because, like, I'm sure if someone pays him enough, he'll be willing to do it or go back to it. And it's nice that we're gonna go on the intermission when I finally broke 100 shines. Amphibious Aquarium Assault. I love that title. Alright. Speaking of DSP, let's go check on how he's been. I know it's been 2 weeks since I've done it, so give me a second to switch over. Bro, he's been at Donkey Kong Bonanza for 2 months now and he still hasn't beaten it. That's kind of impressive. I say that loosely though, because he does that for every game, so I'm not that surprised. Here we go, this is going to be an interesting one. So let's go ahead and put up the intermission. Hopefully everything looks right. It probably does, so let's check it out. This one is titled DSP Drives Aimlessly Looking for His Lost Buddies. They aren't coming back. I'm kind of curious what this one means, but we'll see soon enough. Let me just check one last time to see if audio is good. Alright, let's do it.
Here's Phil to tell you more.
What are you talking about? No, we didn't. Someone just said, anniversary of having Casino as friends, we almost made a year. Dude, it ended in March. It's August. That was 5 months ago. Technically, it didn't even, it lasted just like half a year, if that. And the whole time they were faking anyway. Everyone knows they were faking. It seems like the only people who were convinced were their viewers. Like, my viewers weren't fooled. I wasn't fooled. They obviously weren't really my friends. It was only their viewers who were fooled by any of this. Well, that's the thing, Bookworm. He says the Kino fans were really fickle, weren't they? The truth is that I think their fans are...
Crazy X spams Kino Casino. What do we got? These legit do like stolen reprint art, emo something or other. Lol, Sting down from the rafters. 50,000 Steam gift cards. Okay, I'll be back in a bit. Watch this. Watch this anal leak of you guys. Okay, back. So what's the fifth you're watching now? Cog is trying really hard to feud with me now, apparently. He's accusing me of deleting his comments on my videos. I was on my day off today. PK, if you're there, I'm gonna need context onto what exactly am I seeing here, because it sounds like there's quote-unquote, it sounds like there's a bit of a thing I should probably know about with what's been going on with DSP that I probably haven't been brought attention to up until this point. But I'll keep playing. I generally have no clue, Lamau. I haven't kept up with DSP in the past month or so. Alright then. I guess we'll see soon enough.
They're the kind of people that they just want, they want to go where the drama is. Okay? They do. They want to go where the drama is. If I were a drama creator and I split with the casino but I kept making drama, some of them probably would have stuck around and kept watching my stuff, honestly. But I'm not. I'm a gamer. I'm a gaming content creator. That's who I want to be. They don't want to just chill and have a good time. A few of them do. A few of the people who are watching me and stuck around are casino viewers, but many of them made new accounts and things so that people don't know that it's really them. You know, so, I don't want people holding it against me that I watch Phil because now, he's not with casino anymore. But for the most part, you're right. The vast majority of people who watched them and came to check out my stuff and said, I actually really genuinely like Phil's stuff and everything. I like the gaming. I like the chill vibes. The moment that I said, that's it, I'm done with them. Oh, well, fuck Phil. And they all just disappeared, right? Take a look at the people on the top of the Kick leaderboards. The all-time gifters, they're all gone.
Okay, I searched it up. Kino Casino is a live stream show hosted by PPP or Ashton and Andy Warski. They're known for their chaotic, high-energy takedowns of internet figures they consider locals, grifters, narcissists, failed provocateurs, and washed-up e-celebs, to name a few. The show mixes mocking commentary, dramatic sound bites, and meme-laden skits to highlight hypocrisy, desperation, and unintentional comedy. Regular targets includes people like Ethan Ralph, Nick Fuentes, and Review Tech USA, among others. And they also played a surprising role in bringing streamer PWR to broader attention, showcasing its clips and supporting its commentary. But in early 2023, they became entangled with Darkside Phil, leading to one of the most surreal chapters in DSP's long history of public meltdowns and self-inflicted disasters. Hang on, let's actually search that up, because I'm kind of curious what it looks like. It's 3 hours? Okay, we're gonna watch, some of it, because I'm kind of curious what they say here, if they say anything particularly interesting. I knew they were clowning on him, I didn't know if anything specific beyond that happened, though. Alright, let's just take a look then, because I want to see this. We're not gonna watch all of it, because it's 3 hours, and me commentating on it would just extend it to 10 hours. So, I'll watch a bit for now, and I'll see what I see. I have to remember the side scroller's interview with Stutter and Craig. Alright, let's take a look.
Looks like a dodge. Honestly,
This is
Phil.
And this number, this is Drexel's. This is unused.
Okay.
Wait, okay.
I like you to specify it's unused.
What do you
Like,
mean?
thanks
How
for
could-
clearing that up. You know,
No.
I definitely needed to know that was an unused one that you're showing us. But on your screen.
How can it be somebody else's and at the same time be unused?
And opened out of the package. How about now? How about if Wings and Boogie were like, "Fuck you, Kim. We want DSP," and then offered to now do a show with you, just you three. Would you say yes?
They could kiss my fucking hairy ass.
Let's go.
Tell him, King. Tell him.
So no matter what I answer, you're trapping me into a question where everyone's gonna hate me.
This
and I don't
sounds like a
appreciate it.
dodge. Honestly,
This is a
Phil,
dodge. This is a deflection,
the
Phil. Can't you
deflection.
just give us a straight answer?
No.
2024. Welcome to North Korea, bitch. Salute Supreme Leader Phil right now.
Let's go.
I want everyone out there to salute Supreme Leader Darkside Phil. Let's
Dark
fucking
Phil,
go.
the king.
Darkside Phil. Darkside Phil. Darkside Phil.
Darkside,
Darkside
the legend,
Phil.
the
Let's
winner,
go. Get up.
fighting game
Stand up.
champion. By the way,
So, Phil's showing up on this. He doesn't know that he's being trolled on, right? Like, is he? Am I to assume that he's going on to the show believing that he's actually going to get a legitimate opportunity to talk to these guys? Like, does DSP have that mentality of I'm not like those other locals? Or did he just generally assume he's not one? Probably. Yeah, probably.
Phil has a new PC that was donated. Some
Yes.
podcast said that we bought him the PC. And the detractors were mad, but you know what? It wasn't us, first of all. Secondly,
But
I
we
wish it was.
We did.
I wish it was
We
us.
wish we
I'm
did
mad.
buy Phil
I
the
didn't think about it.
PC. The content god.
Content god.
He at least seems like he wants to clear his name. He's in denial about being a locale. DSP's got 20 plus years of a legacy that he has. I think there's a certain point where you can no longer deny the case. But if he wants to continue that streak, he's allowed to. I'm not gonna go against it, that's for sure. After all, if he were to embrace it, then the contents of the videos we'll see are not gonna be as funny anymore. They're not gonna be that interesting, because once you kind of become aware of the joke and try to play along with it, then it stops being funny.
The top of the line PC.
Let's
Send
go.
tractor, bitches.
Phil did an interview with these guys called the Side Scrollers. Mayface.
Bums.
They're
Bums.
no,
Losers.
they're unironically, they're like,
Snakes.
how dare you exaggerate your gameplay and get mad? That's lying to your audience. I was like, whoa! Like, how dare you act like a character and exaggerate your? It's called the internet reach.
I know.
It's
right?
called the internet. How dare you ask for?
I agree, self-awareness kills a locale. Yeah. I know there's like select situations where like being self-aware of a joke doesn't actually ruin it. I know that if you're the type of person that has a genuine understanding of it and takes things up the chin, then the humor is still relevant because it's like that weird case of like somebody is charismatic enough to accept the joke for what it is and still make it sound funny. Like think like Tommy Wiseau being aware of how much of a joke he is from The Room and how much people still think it's an iconic humorous thing because like Tommy takes that type of humor up the chin and in some areas he just kind of embraces it. Yeah. Phil thinks he's self-aware, but he really isn't, hence why it's still funny. It is kind of insane how Phil's gone this far with the genuine belief that, like, he's not a locale, when I feel like some things would just be obvious after a certain point, but I guess he can continue living the illusion. Like how Doug Walker is cool with people memeing him and not a locale himself. Yeah.
Donations as they're getting donations.
I know, right?
Like they're actual
they're
real.
asking for super chats, begging like
Stuttering
crackheads.
Craig's a piece of fucking shit.
Oh, what
I'm
a bomb,
happy
buddy!
Screw attack fucking tank. What's the guy?
Everybody's
Andrew-
happy it went under in his dirty grip.
Andrew
The real
Olsen?
Game Awards, bro.
What
It's the real
losers.
Game Awards.
You, Craig.
What
You.
you,
Eat
Craig?
a dick, you
buddy.
fucking bastard. He did.
So what if the king wants to spend the peasants' money on WWE champions? I play WWE champions, and it's fucking based.
Stuttering Craig, more like
I spent
yeah, he does.
thousands of casino donuts
He's like 5th.
on WWE champion.
You guys.
Okay, so to give like a short rundown of the situation we have with this video, according to what DSP Gaming's wiki claims, in early of 2023, Phil reached out to PPP believing there was mutual respect due to Kino Casino's then recent critiques of his detractors, especially surrounding people like the Tech Review USA and Rabbit Hole documentary eras. Phil assumed PPP and Andy got him and began publicly defending them on stream. Something that he said in one clip was like, they never snake me, we'd have real conversations or not like that. And despite warnings from his detractors and fans everywhere, Phil generally believed he made friends with these two guys that we're seeing. Which is, I believe, part of why he's going to show up on this stream directly. Like, in a way, you can argue that these two were baiting Phil to come on stream just so they can rag on him for 3 hours. Which, I won't lie, it's kind of a genius play thing to do. Like, stroke Phil's ego enough to get him to show up on your video and then just start roasting him. Yeah, he's very not aware. Let me see. Alright, the rest is just kind of talking about this video, so let's let it play out. Once in a lifetime opportunity, yeah.
Who gives a shit? No, Stuttering Craig, more like seething Craig. Wow.
Oh, buddy.
Holy. So today we're gonna be streaming with DSP. He's gonna be here in an hour, but we're gonna be like obviously like getting everything ready because you know it's our first time doing this, right?
Okay, I'm looking into the DSP wiki and there's a bit of a I'm not gonna say rabbit hole because it's not that deep, but like there is a bit more to this than just the initial video. But like I'll leave it for a later point when we talk about it because it's a bit of a thing to go through. But it seems like the short answer is what we saw from the last clip was just was Phil trying to cope with the events that played out between that stream and now.
Right? But we have a bigger show planned on the weekend. I will let you know. Follow us on Twitter.
Show
It's
the crucifixion of Review
Tech USA. Let's.
If this show goes according to plan, if us and Phil have the chemistry and the energy and the comedy
Support.
that we believe
And
we
the
can
support.
have, and the support,
Yeah.
the support is most important.
Yeah.
If we get all of that lined up, then this weekend, the June the King documentary about
Phil had
Review
the
Tech
hunch.
will be riding shotgun with Dark Side Phil over on his channel there,
Exactly.
making it happen.
Die for Phil has gifted 5 subs.
That's
I
right.
would die
You
for
should be
Phil.
willing to lay down your life for Dark Side Phil.
If you don't,
the internet
you're just...
legend, the king.
Woo!
Woo!
Dark Side Phil for a sub there. Tolerator has hosted.
I am so pledged to Darkside Phil that if I ever find out how to mod some games that I've been planning to do in my far future, I'll make an art cutout of Phil and put it in Spooky's Jumpscare Mansions for the cardboard cutout spawns. That'd be funny. I don't know how good my artistry will be, but I'll try to get my interpretation of what I view him as through that piece. It'll be awesome. Perfect specimen for him too.
We are the King's Shield. We're like the Secret Service. We're the Secret Service.
Apparently, Duty is seething. Suffer,
Why?
Duty.
Why is he seething?
Suffer If he is seething, then suffer.
I don't think he's seething.
I
He
don't
gets
think
it.
he's
I think he
seething.
gets
He
it.
gets it,
He
doesn't he?
gets it. I'm sure he gets it.
I'm sure.
Look, there are some. I will say this about the detractors, though. Okay, I'm not gonna shit on all of them because half of them have DM'd me and want to stay anonymous. First of all,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Listen, I'm not part of that group of who are like spamming and crying."
Listen,
And
what I gotta say is when Josh Moon, the owner, operator, proprietor of the Kiwi Farms, says that the detractors are being cringe, lame A-logs there, then you know you fucked up, bro.
yeah,
Like, the these detractors are like, the only ones worse are the fucking Wings A-logs. And
Yeah.
everyone knows it to be true. It's just unhinged. And all we want to do is have a conversation with Phil. But it has to be... No! You can't! It has to be gate kept. Only we can make fun of Phil. Only those of us anointed and who have wasted our lives on this for 5 years.
Hey, Marquito. This is a bit of an awkward time. I'm in intermission right now, so I'm just kind of taking a bit of a breather and watching something rather interesting until, I want to say like 15 minutes into this video. Then I'll go back and play Mario Eclipse some more.
Or more. Only us can play with Phil. Why won't Phil go on my podcast with 6 viewers?
If I have to explain what I'm watching right now, then it'd be too much. So,
As I said, the show's first and foremost purpose is to hold Phil accountable.
yeah,
Gotta understand,
amazing joint timing.
Phil has been lying. People
Yeah.
are saying Phil's been lying for years. He's been covering up his crimes for years. So immediately I'm going to press Phil on a question that was submitted to me the most by detractors.
yeah.
I've spoke to a number of detractors. They all said to me, there's one burning question we have. So the moment we get Phil on, we're going to press him. We're going to hold him accountable. He's going to have to answer, and he's going to have to speak the truth. So get
So just
ready
hang
there.
on for that. Now before
We're pressing Phil right off the bat. What we have lined up for Phil,
Here it
we
is.
got Ricada. Ricada reviewing the Baldo.
Okay, wow.
Got the Lady Ricada massage story. We have Ricada licking Aaron's ear. We have the Denny's joke. Of course, we have the Denny's. We've got the new Ricada, his filthy house, all that. We've got Ethan Ralph, greatest hit. We have the original Gunt. We have the Gunt video from last week where he's slapping his Gunt.
And he's taking his shirt off.
Got him telling Ricada Ricada said he could come on Harry's grave. We've got like everything. We've got so much
Church
good
on
shit
that
for
land.
you guys. Church on that land.
18
with
minutes.
Ralph.
I condensed it into like 18 minutes. It's just like purity keynote.
We've got all the review tech stuff from this
Oh,
week
that review
as
tech.
well.
Yep.
We got iDubbbz. We got Chrissy Mayer. We got it all.
People want COG. Listen, that's not happening.
Who?
This is gonna be a very interesting stream, I can tell. Yeah. It's gonna be a nice one.
Who?
He's beneath the king's purview.
Oh.
Now, I heard a lot of people say they want us to explain Feezer to Phil. But how can you possibly explain Feezer to somebody who has no understanding of any? There's no way.
I know. We just played Best Day Ever. Go watch this.
Watch this. And he'll be like, what?
What?
What's this? So I don't think we're going to be talking about Feezer or Clog. Maybe at some point.
When we have him on.
Nobody can explain Feezer, okay?
I'm pumped. So he's actually setting it up. It's his first time doing this on Discord. So don't worry. We're going to have a few minutes of
the seething peasant in chat. Why are y'all gassing up that loser, Phil? He has terrible content and averages like 50 viewers.
No.
First of all, buddy, you're lucky you haven't been banned, okay? you ever dare disparage and lie upon the king's name like
I
that?
spit on you.
Phil is a legend and a king of the game. Back in the day, Darkside Phil didn't need any gimmicks. He didn't need any production value. He didn't need a capture card. He didn't need a $500 mic like we have and all these decorations to create content. All Phil needed was a webcam pointed at his TV screen.
And a dream.
That's
That is like ancient YouTube recording processing right there. Like, that is like unreal what some people did back then to make videos on YouTube. I know nowadays you can afford to get like recording softwares and such to make things like this easier, like I have, but pointing a camera at your TV screen is like, that is like the peak definition of what it means to be retro YouTubers. Cause like I can't see anybody doing that anymore, even in like an unironic sense. Classic Let's Play method, yeah. Remember back when like I want to say that I don't know, did Sugar Conroy actually record like his Earthbound videos with that type of setup? I know that there's like ancient Let's Players that did that sort of thing before. I don't know if Sugar Conroy was one of them. Wait, hold on. Is that what I think it is? Hey, Marquito, follow me. Thanks. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I wish I had like a funny sound thing to go off here, but I don't have that, so I'm sorry for that. But thank you for following me. I really appreciate everything that you do. It's always been nice. Nice, EB, Let's Play with still capture card. Okay. I'm trying to think all the way back to like old archaic Let's Player I used to watch that did do something like that. I know like I know for a fact that I'm gonna say the Angry Video Game Nerd did that when he recorded like the early videos and such. He actually did just have a camera pointing at things here and there. I think I like to say that, but I can't be entirely certain about that one. Then again, I don't remember if like everything he did was of his own ways of recording the gameplay footage. I'm pretty sure he had like someone else do that, and then they sent him the videos. At least for as far as like the videos he made later on. But I know like early on it was just him with a camera for some instances. But it's nice that Sugar Conroy was ahead of the curve with that type of idea.
That's all Phil needed.
That's
And
it.
for years and years, while other competitors had the capture card, Phil knew he didn't need it. Because what really mattered was the king and his content. Phil's series, The Hateful Truth, is by far one of the greatest series to have ever been created. His reviews were honest, they were powerful, they were trailblazing. Darkside Phil is a pioneer, and he embodies the spirit of Kino Dogme 2000.
Oh, speaking of like his reviews, I need to do this one day. I need to watch him review Mario Kart World on stream one day, because I think that's gonna be funny. Just coming from like someone who still has to go through the process of typing out my own review for it and have a good understanding of what World is like. I just kind of want to see what he has to say on it. I'm sure like a lot of what he says isn't gonna hold a level of bias based on how his performance was playing the game. No, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be as genuine as possible with this one. I can tell.
2007.
Mhm.
And many folks out there just, they won't get it. They're like, why would you have filmed this TV screen? That's stupid. No, it's based.
Spaced.
You'll
you
never
remember-
understand it because you're a plebeian. You're a filthy prole peasant who has no sense of culture. You're a Philistine. You're a troglodyte. You've probably never seen the sun. and you should be ashamed of yourself. He is a national treasure. Okay.
By
That's
the way,
Phil.
if you watch, by the way, his FF13 unboxing video, he's filming this box. The fire alarm in his apartment is going off the entire time. He does a 10-minute unboxing, never unboxes it, ends the video. Like, we laughed so hard. Him making the cup of noodles.
What if DSP ever think these guys were glazing him unironically? Look, man, that's a level of delusion I wish I had in my lifetime. Because, like, that is a level of quote unquote bliss, unironic bliss that I could just have in my whole life if I just was that completely unaware of everything around me. Like, I wish I had that type of mindset, but you could be surprised some people really do think that way, because like I feel like these guys are a bit on the nose with their humor, but I'm kind of surprised DSP will just look at this and assume that they really are glazing the guy. Like the whole, like them talking about the FF13 unboxing video, that just sounds like something so stupid that he would do, but it's like it's vintage DSP thing that he would do for that type of video. And I guess on a separate note, I'd be pretty annoyed if the fire alarm kept going off in the background when I was doing something. Which thankfully, where I live right now, we don't have that. Or I guess unthankfully, because that's like bad news for other things. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
That was the greatest day of my life watching that. He has done some of the. Oh, by the way, his fucking Dead Space review or
The
playthrough.
best review of all
Or
time.
no, playthrough.
Playthrough of all time. Hello, Jew. Hello, Jew.
I
It's
scream
so
that
good.
all the
It's
time.
So good. We
I
quote
scream
it
that
all the
time.
Oh man.
Now, by the way,
Phil's old classic videos when it was just Phil with a fucking like webcam.
yeah,
They're so good. And what ended up happening is all these demented, insane people have just been fucking with Phil endlessly, and they've like broken down Phil a little bit, and it's really sad.
yeah.
They've got to the point where they harass him over every little thing, and Phil is no longer free to roam and explore
Or
and
be
develop
interviews.
motherfuckers. It's bullshit.
Yeah, he
It's
can't.
bullshit.
The only reason his last interview was on side scrollers is because any time there was a hint of him getting on like a show or something, these people, and they attacked us for like literally like the whole week, right? And it's just like this seethe, this constant crying. "Ah!" Listen, we have had the craziest motherfuckers on. Listen, motherfuckers, we're from the sector, the dirtiest, grimy place on the internet, by the way.
Like, we're dealing with pedophiles. We're dealing with swatters. We're dealing with like the sickest of the sick, the
Rekieta.
lowest of the low.
Rekieta
We're
did-
dealing with Rekieta, a guy whose daughter is testing positive for cocaine. Okay, a guy who puts on the Baldo. Okay, a guy who's introduced a polycule into his home with 5 children in it. Darkside Phil is making money online, playing video games like everybody else. Oh, but he's lying about where the money is going. It isn't shit, motherfuckers. It's nothing. Oh, but let me twist his words and convolute every single thing he's done over 15 years to paint him in the worst possible light. It doesn't matter, motherfuckers. It doesn't matter.
Well, there's this thing too, right? They're like going after like his morals and our morals, and it's like you're the guys who like.
Oh, don't you know there are skeletons in the casinos? Everybody knows there are skeletons in our closet. And that's why we're partially sympathetic to Phil, because we've dealt with, especially Andy, a lot of demented shit in the past as well from people. Like the stuff that happened to Andy around AIM. Not to say he wasn't being a total piece of shit and an idiot.
I was.
But it was demented. It was demented.
No, it was like beyond. And you know, obviously I've cleaned up, I'm sober, fully everything. And you know, I built myself back up. But here's the thing is you're not gonna go after me and Ashton for our past and we're gonna be afraid. Listen, we've battled with Ralph, who doxed me. No, sorry, swatted me 6 times 2 years ago. 6 times the police came through my door, searched my house, and went to my boxing when I was training for boxing. Apparently, you're supposed to blow up this fucking gym every day.
Crazy shit.
Every day.
Ralph, when you were asleep at his house,
Took a picture of my
pictures of your passport, held onto it for 5 years, and then released it
On cap.
like 5 years later because he was upset with you.
You know what I mean?
This is the sort of stuff that we're dealing with. And then, you know, the tone that a lot of the detractors take, where it's like, well, f you pedophiles, you're all pedophiles. Well, can you do this? And just like mental illness, as though we're expected to know every single aspect of the Phil lore. And it's like, why do you think we're going to side with you when you're acting this demented and this insane about Phil? Like, why don't you try and calmly explain it, why you have a problem with Phil?
Yeah.
But instead, it's just like screeching, we're going to f you up, we're gonna troll you, dude. As if
To
we've never
war.
dealt with trolling before.
We're going to war.
Seriously,
You
what they
guys,
tried
that's
to say.
Pathetic.
And
It's
it's
actually
like, get a fucking grip. We're gonna have Phil on. We're gonna show Phil some funny fucking videos, and it's gonna be jokes. It's surreal. It's gonna be Phil
ready.
dumping on a bunch of people. All right, let's get Phil on. Oh,
Let's go!
down to the king there, Dark Side Phil. He's
There he is, the man, the myth, the legend, the one we've been waiting for. He actually showed up to someone's stream like this. The best part is he doesn't even know what he's getting himself into. Oh no.
Is
here.
your audio working? You want to check it out?
What the hell? I thought this was the Lolcow podcast. I'm on the wrong show.
Oh
What happened?
No, Keem, bro.
no! Oh, this man needs no introduction, but we're gonna give him a little one anyway. He's a YouTube legend, as I said. He's a pioneer of the game. You know, he never needed any sort of gimmicks or production value starting out. He had very little. It was just about his content, his opinions, keeping things true. He's a Street Fighter world champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Dark Side Bill.
Bill.
Thank you.
What's
Thank you
up,
for having
dude?
me. I am happy to be here.
Hell yeah. Yo, it looks great. The setup looks amazing, dude.
Cool.
Looks
Very
awesome, dude. Yeah.
Very
I'm
sharp.
just resizing all this stuff. Phil, so you know what? A lot of people were trying to prevent this from happening. The amount of seething, Phil, that we dealt with, I could see why. You were like, I don't know, man. It's going to be tough. We don't care. We've been through worse stuff. You know what I mean?
We've
So
been through it all.
We're so happy to have you here, dude.
We're so happy to have you on, Phil.
Well, first of all, I mean, I have to just thank you guys so much because, as everyone knows, you guys have bought me a new car.
Yeah.
I
You bought me
know.
Look at this. You bought me this beautiful Victrix joystick to play Street Fighter on.
You're
recently,
welcome.
And now
You're welcome.
I got a brand new gaming PC. I mean, you guys have just covered my house in so much affluence. I
Generosity
appreciate it.
is just the
We paid your
outpouring.
rent this month. We paid your
Well, we
rent.
didn't pay
I
his
bought the
rent.
back.
Paid off his whole mortgage. No, it's all taken care of. You're free and clear, and Phil, live your life, man. You're
Oh,
set.
man.
The
Hell yeah.
casino set you up for life, brother.
Woo! That was.
Hey, you got to be a
funny,
high
man.
roller, right? You feel
Yeah.
fancy, clear-
You know what they say about casinos? The house always wins in the end. Oh man.
Put it all up for me.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, Phil, we gotta get serious because
Just for one
Oh.
thing.
the whole purpose
Oh.
of this show is to hold you accountable, Phil.
Oh,
People out there
I
have
see.
said, you know, and we got to ask you about this. People have said you've
Very
been
important.
lying for years. You've
Of
been
course.
covering things up. You're a bullshitter. You're a scammer. All this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So I've been talking to the detractors all throughout the week.
Excellent.
They've presented me a massive list of questions that we're going to go through one by one by one.
Wow, you really see this coming. Oh.
all right.
Have
Our for the
in
course.
seats to check your lies, Phil. And so this is going to be very Frost Nixon-esque with this first question. We're going to be asking the why didn't you burn the tapes level question, Phil. So I hope your anus
Everyone's been waiting for this.
for this question, Phil. Dark Side, Phil.
Yes.
What is your favorite flavor of ice cream, sir?
Wait, what? Wait, that's what you're gonna open the show with? You're gonna hit me with that? What a question.
Yeah,
I mean,
Listen,
Listen.
the detractors have selected these questions. It's a hard question, but it's fair.
We voted.
Well, it's-
we had
What
a
is it?
vote.
Can you give us a legitimate answer to your favorite ice cream, or are you going to
Listen.
dodge?
This is a total trap question. You understand that? Because no matter how I
How?
answer, it's the wrong answer. Like, let's say, for example, I say, I like mint chocolate chip, right? Well, that's going to piss off the butterscotchers. And what if I say, like, I like triple fudge, ripple? Well, what about the people who like, Rocky Road? So no matter what I answer, you're trapping me into a question where everyone's going to hate me. and
This
I don't
sounds like a
appreciate it.
dodge. Honestly,
This is a
Phil,
dodge. This is a deflection,
the
Phil. Can't you
deflection.
just give us a straight answer?
No wonder they're
about
so
your
mad.
ice cream flavor.
Listen, I would prefer to handle the devil I know. And the devil I know is if I don't say what ice cream flavor I like, people are going to hate me anyway. So I refuse to answer. Absolutely.
What
not.
really?
But Phil, I have
You
heard
have
from the
5,000 watching.
detractors. I have heard from the detractors that you are spending $5,000 a month on strawberry ice cream. Will you confirm or deny this?
Confirm or deny?
Yeah.
Like, how dare you use your financial supporters' money for strawberry ice cream, Phil?
It's like I always say, somehow they always base their giant accusations off a nugget of truth, right?
Okay.
So there may have been a time
Oh,
some expensive ice cream, maybe some Cold Stone.
oh, Cold Stone.
But
Not Cold
What
Stone.
are you, an aristocrat?
Like, you're
Oh.
asking people for support, but you're buying Cold Stone?
So everyone else
gotta
can
be
get Cold Stone,
kidding
but
me.
not me, right? That's
Oh.
how it works.
Well,
see.
you get donations and you spend it on Cold Stone. What are you, a monster?
I know. I mean, awful.
I-
Awful. I'm just gonna listen. I've been
Forced me
saying
to eat
my
Dairy Queen
new
brand, Phil.
my new title. I'm no longer Dark Side Phil. I've an HVP, heinous villain Phil. That's the new name that I'm gonna go with.
Villain
Because
Phil.
no matter what I do, I'm a heinous villain.
Well, you heard it here, PK. His new name is Heinous Villain Phil. Or I guess HVP would be the name. Yeah, that's his new name right there.
There you go.
Well, you are,
wow.
you are the king. What do we call you now? The king of love? What are we calling you now? The
Yeah.
king of love. Dark Side
Yes.
Phil, the loving, wonderful, magnanimous,
King.
merciful king that he is, has graced us. Phil, did you see SummerSlam? What did you
No.
think?
No,
You didn't watch SummerSlam?
no, I don't watch pro wrestling. I haven't watched it in over 4 years.
Whoa.
What made you quit watching pro wrestling?
Honest answer, there's two halves to it. The first half is I was a lifelong fan of pro wrestling. I really was,
too.
but I just got tired of it. Like, there's so many plot lines where they would drag you along for 6 months, 8 months, and you're like, is this ever going to end? Where's the resolution? Where's the happy ending to the story? And then they would give you like the crappiest ending after you've invested all that time into it. And you're like, man, I just feel so deflated watching wrestling. I want to feel good. Back in the day when you watched Hulk Hogan, yes, I know that's the running joke, but we watched Hulk Hogan, right?
brother.
When he's body slamming Andre the Giant or he's big booting the Iron Sheik and he wins. And you're like, oh, okay, that's good. And then WWE just decided to always kind of get you behind like the underdog, but then the underdog wouldn't win. And like, so then why am I behind this product anymore? I just got so tired of it. That was the first half of it.
Yeah.
But the other half is, quite honestly, with all the bullshit from my detractors and everything, constantly bringing up that I'm playing a wrestling mobile game and all of that,
Yeah.
it kind of took the fun out of it for me. It's like, this is something that I used to find as a hobby. I would decompress from my busy day or my stressful day and go watch some wrestling, right? Something silly to have on in the background when you're doing other stuff. You laugh at the plot lines or whatever. But when every moment you hear someone saying, oh, you're spending $500,000 on a mobile game that's wrestling and wrestling JPEGs, blah, blah. It's like, I just don't want to hear it anymore. And so it kind of took the fun out of watching it. Like I just don't really care anymore because all I gotta do is hear stress about this bullshit.
You know, it's
I
just
go on stream again tomorrow.
WWE
You know?
Champions is a great game anyway. Like, even if you were spending money on it, it's your money. It's
Well, that's
none
the
of
thing I
your
never
fucking
understood.
business.
That's the thing I never understood about this accusation. Say you were spending your money on this shit, right? Okay. Are you killing people? Do you have kids trapped in your basement? You know what I mean? It's like,
Right.
whoa, the mobile game.
Oh, the
Yeah.
horrors! Because even if it is all true, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. It's a mobile game.
Yeah.
It's just so stupid because
I like how DSP really believes that mentality of like it's just a mobile game. Why are people getting upset about it? Not like DSP's point of view for a lot of the stuff that his detractors like to dogpile him on are all encompassed into this little thing of like he's seeing what's how do I say he's not looking at the forest past the trees. It's what I think I'm trying to say that. So like he's only thinking about like the bare minimum or the obvious, but he's not really looking at the whole picture of why people are upset about that. And I like that these two guys are just kind of reinforcing that mentality of his of like, yeah, of course people are just upset because it's a mobile game, but it's just a mobile game without realizing like why people are upset about the context of him using the money people pay him for that purpose. Like, even to this day, he still believes that, like, the way he spends the money he gets from his fans for things like that is perfectly okay because at the end of the day, it's nothing dangerous or harmful. Like, I don't know what to say at that. I don't know what to tell you, man, but, like, if that's how he wants to believe it, then yeah, then sure, go right ahead, man. Yeah, they're giving him exactly what he wants to hear while ignoring how he gets criticism because he lies and guilt trips his fans. Yup. Okay, I need you to move, cat, because my legs are falling asleep. Alright.
like you just said, even if it was all true, it's not some horrendous thing. Like some of the people that you've covered and the things that they're doing, I don't know how you can even equate something like that to what these other people are doing. But then they group me in with them. Like I'm horrible like them. Like I'm doing horrendous things with my.
Like, what he's saying right now, it's the Twitter meme of, like, the guy who said that it's that one famous Twitter meme of, like, you could say any sentence on Twitter and people will find a way to misinterpret it. Like, if I said, I like apples, somebody would reply with, oh, so you hate oranges. And then he'd reply with, like, no, I just said I don't like apples. Alright.
My life
You're
or
the
something.
number one. They say
Right?
that you're.
Yeah, I'm worse. Right? I'm the worst. Right? I'm worse than everybody. Right?
Like, I don't really understand. The thing is, it's because you were such a pioneer in terms of monetizing. Back in the day, nobody else really was making money, making a living like you were, or it was rarer. The thing is, if you started 5 years ago, there would not be that same level of hate for you. I don't think there would, because it's these old school rules that I used to believe in because
He did, yeah.
all the YouTubers who I grew up with, like Aciliary and Arch, people would say, you're not supposed to make money on YouTube. It's supposed to be for a passion or this or that. But it turned out there is a lot of money online and people are making a very good living online and nobody else seems to, get the hate that you do for running your business. It's wild.
Yeah, I think like you said, I've been around for so long, 16 years and counting as a YouTuber, that there's been like almost generations of different people who hate on me for different reasons,
Mm.
but yet it's become this running meme that you always dislike DSP no matter what he does. You know, like the early people who didn't like me were like, well, he doesn't deserve his fame because he's not a good gamer. He does bad commentary. He makes too many over the top, like sexual, like really bad jokes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We want more professional people to be making money on YouTube. So he doesn't.
Well, I mean, he said it, not me. uh, I mean, like, he's not saying anything inherently wrong.
Deserve any level of popularity or,
Yeah.
or you know, success. Then it became, oh, well, you see, now he's a dinosaur. He refuses to adopt direct capture and live streaming. So then I would adapt the direct capture and live streaming, and then it was the next thing. Oh, well, now he does this that we don't like. Now he does this that we don't like.
They're always being moved. I want to ask you something.
Mhm.
What is it that you feel has made your channel be able to be successful for so long, to where you've been able to make a living for 15 years, even under all of this pressure? What do you think it is about your channel and your content that's so special that people just keep coming back to it?
A couple factors. Number one, I decided really early on that I just wanted to be a variety guy. Like, there's people out there who always focus in. They're the FPS Call of Duty player, or they're the person who just plays fighting games, Street Fighter, or you know, there's a person who just does documentaries on something. No, I wanted to do a wide variety of video games because I knew that well's never going to run dry. You know, like video games are becoming bigger and bigger. I can always jump from a genre to another genre when one's drying up or one's, you know, more hot. I can move around. And because of that, I mean, just take a look at the stuff I've been doing on my channel recently. You know, I finished an Elden Ring DLC. I'm playing Street Fighter 6. I've got a late night chill stream of Stardew Valley, a freaking farming simulator. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And each game has a different audience. It's not always the same people on each stream. It's like in the daytime, I got someone there for the podcast. If someone comes at night to watch me kick butt in a fighting game. So I have longevity because there's always people coming back at certain streams for what they like. And honestly, I think another reason is because I have never sold out. I've never taken the bag. I've never taken a giant sponsorship, a giant partnership. I don't do branded advertisement streams where I'm playing a game 2 weeks early and I got paid to do it. And so I'm kissing the game's butt.
Okay, so a few things, what, a lot of what he says, it's like, things I don't inherently disagree with, like, there is more of an interest to have if you're the type of person that streams multiple things rather than just pigeonholing yourself into one genre, because like, you are gonna have fans that are gonna be interested in the specific genre that you're playing, but if you're like the type, I can see like an appeal for people who play a variety of different games, because it means like you'll never really understand what that person's gonna play next. So that alone gives you the incentive to keep watching them and see what they do. That's like the idea that I'm coming with. The problem though, coming from DSP, is that a lot of what he plays are like, I know that he only plays the games that people pay him to play, rather than like playing things of his own volition because he likes them. Like, him being surprised by the fact that he's playing Stardew Valley, I'm pretty sure he did not just want to pick up Stardew Valley for the sake of playing it. I'm pretty sure he's only doing it because he assumed he could make money off of it, because someone probably paid him to play it. At least that's my initial assumption of why he did that. It's why, like, he brought back it's why he brought back the fishing stream, where he tried to play a fishing game and he even brought his hat and everything to play it. But then, like, nobody was paying him enough to keep it going. So he just fell back into his usual trappings of trying to beg the audience to pay him and such. And a lot of the games that DSP plays are like the more popular stuff rather than like the more niche things, because he knows that if he plays the popular things, that'll get people to pay him more. Like the current streams I did, one of them is a Pokemon ROM hack, and the other one is a Mario Sunshine ROM or hack of sorts, or mod. And as far as my future goes, a lot of them is going to be modding stuff, so because, like, to be completely honest, I have a passion for modding. Like, I have a passion for that sort of thing because when I think I had said it in a prior stream, but um, when my initial major for college was I wanted to be I wanted to learn how computer science works, so that way I could fall into something of that territory. So like either like my sensible dream idea would be to be a game designer initially, but um, things happened and that didn't really pan out. But the passion that I have for modding and like learning things about how games operate and such, it's still there because that type of thing just never really left. Like I never lost interest in that sort of thing. It just took me something to bring it back. It's more or less, and that's why like the mods that I'm playing with right now on stream and some of the stuff I play off stream, it's part of the reasoning of why I go after them because of the fact that I have such a fascination for things like that. Like I like my best friend, he gets like he has to sit there and listen to me talk a lot about like Left 4 Dead 2 modding and such because the more I look into like workshop stuff and figuring out why some of the mods exist, I begin to understand like, oh, so this is how Left 4 Dead was designed in the background and like why certain things were cut out or why some things don't work here and there and all that. And like the more I look into things like this, the more fascinated I get, and that's why I keep digging deeper into that sort of thing. It's why I have a weird fixation on wanting to play Left 4 Dead 2 nowadays rather than the other stuff I have in the backlog because the more I keep digging into things, the more I become fascinated by what I see. And part of the streaming process for me at this point is just like taking a peek at the type of mods people have come up with for games because I want to see how much they were able to push the limitations of what they're trying to make and whether or not the end result was something they wanted and whether it's something worth appreciating or not because there are a lot of very interesting stuff as we're seeing with like Mario Eclipse and other things that I at least want to draw attention to because I think it's worth looking at. Unfortunately, I gotta head out now. What's great to join and have a great rest of your stream. Thanks, man. I think honestly, I think for the sake of like keeping Mario Eclipse a bit of a surprise, I'll probably just end the stream right here. But I am gonna talk a bit more about what I'm saying because I want to at least finish my thought process. So, like, like DSP going for that sort of thing. He's doing it for the sake of trying to make profits off of stuff and seeing how far he can get with it, which is fine in of itself if you want to like look for that sort of thing. But like, it's clear that the games he plays, he doesn't have a real passion for. He's just doing it for monetary gain, not because he actually likes what he does. Whereas whereas like the stuff I'm doing and other people streaming and such, I'm pretty sure they're doing it because they love what they do and they want to keep discovering more of what they could possibly like. Like mad respects to the people who don't just bend the knee to playing those type of things everyone wants them to play and just simply playing the things they want to play because they have a passion for what they like and they just simply enjoy what they see. So it's why I can kind of agree with that sentiment that DSP has with wanting to be a variety streamer, but at the same time, I can't agree with his intentions of why he does it in the first place because it just doesn't align with what I think of it. And like, it is pretty clear like everything he does is just because of the express purpose of keeping his channel alive and trying to get profit off of it, which it has been diminishing over the years, and he is getting to like a panicky state about it. So, I would like to finish the rest of this stream as well, but I'm just gonna. I think I'll just leave it right there because it is 3 hours and I'm not gonna sit through all of it. And while I could continue Mario Eclipse, I want to save a lot of that for like later on because I don't want people to miss out on seeing what it has to offer. And I think like 3 hours, 30 minutes is pretty good length for what I usually do. So I think I'll call it here. Um, thank you guys for thank you guys for showing up today. I appreciate it a lot. I do apologize for not doing this on Wednesday because of the circumstances that I had on Wednesday, but I should get back to my usual normal. I should get back to my usual normal stream soon enough. So next Wednesday will be when I actually start going back to the usual rotation, and we'll see how far we get with Mario Eclipse there. I have a hunch that I could probably finish the base game stuff that stream. If not that, then I'll probably just do as much as I can, and then I will finish it the stream after, and then go on my blue coin hunting spree. So that'll be the plan. Sometime in the future, maybe like late September, first week of October, I will start streaming a mod pack for Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion in celebration of the Halloween spirit. So that's gonna be fun. We'll see what that's like, because I hear that it's the biggest thing for that game series right now, so I want to see what it's like. Hopefully it's not as difficult as some mods can be, so that way I can have a better experience with it, and I'll see what I can take away from it. So that's going to be awesome. But until then, I'll be playing Mario Eclipse and seeing how far I can get with that. So look forward to next Wednesday when that time comes. But until then, hope you guys have a good rest of your week. Hope you have a nice weekend. Try to stay safe, stay healthy. Don't let things bring you down no matter what, because bad days are just simply days that are bad. They're not gonna hurt you in any way in the end of the day, because like it's all a mind thing. That's pretty much what it is. It's just a mind thing. You'll be fine. That's what I usually try to believe. So if I can believe that for you guys, then you should as well, because sometimes you just need someone to believe that. So I'm gonna call the stream off now. So thank you guys again for being here, and I'll see you guys next time when we continue with Mario Eclipse. Bye.